Good afternoon. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time to attend our annual State of the Economic Development Luncheon presented by Northeast Georgia Health System. First, I'm going to ask Sheriff Stacy Gerard to give our invocation and lead us in the pledge. Sheriff?
All right, before we say the invocation, got a couple of funny. Seems like some people sort of like that, but there was this officer one time. He's going down the road. He pulled this young lady over, and he walks up to her window, and she rolls her window down, and he says, "Papers, please." And she looks at him and says, "Scissors, I win," drives off. So 45 minutes later, she looks in the mirror, and he's still behind her with blue lights on, and she thinks to herself, he must want to play again. But got some hospital people here in the crowd. I just want to give you one more, then I'll get out of your way. Officer was going down the road, and he sees this lady standing in the middle of the highway, and he stops and says, "Ma'am, are you okay?" And she says, "Yes, I'm fine, but I'm trying to figure out where the hospital is." And he says, "Well, wait right there, and you'll find it shortly." So this little fun. He's always remember it's more fun smiling than frowning. And I would like to say a little funny with me this morning. My daughter, she had 4 wisdom teeth cut out about 7 a.m. that I went with her to. And on the way home, still under the effects of the, whatever it is that they give her. And so I leaned around the corner. I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Yeah." And, had that laughing going on. I said, "Do you think you ever want to drink alcohol?" And she said, "I don't know." She's 16. I said, "Well, this might be sort of how you'll feel." I said, "Do you think you could drive?" She said, "Oh, yeah, I'm driving." I said, No, you can't." So hopefully she won't go in that direction. But just remember her. I hope she don't get what you call, dry sockets or whatever it is, the nerves with her. I hope that goes fast for her and she's okay. Any prayer requests would like to be mentioned, and I'll get out of Rob's way. Anybody? There was somebody had said, yeah. Remember them? Yeah, and also the Mr. Ralston, speaker. A lot of y'all probably already know, but he had passed away, so remember his family. Spirit, Mr. Ralston. Yeah. Dr. Adams, yeah, Bobby passed? I did not know that. So Paul Adams' husband. Yeah, I did not know that. I always loved Bobby. We had a lot of hunting trips together. Anything else with that? Okay. Well, we'll say the prayer, and I'll get out of you all's way. Lord, we just thank you for another day of life, and I'm just sort of shocked, Lord, at the news of Mr. Adams, and just remember his family, and remember the other ones that have lost loved ones, Lord, over this season. I know there'll be a lot of firsts that'll come along, such as this Thanksgiving that they will be going through without their loved ones. So, Lord, just keep your hands around the ones that have lost loved ones, and be with the others that have prayer requests that have been mentioned here today, Lord, and keep your hands with them, the caregivers, the doctors, the nurses, and everyone that's involved in their life, and the stages that they're going through. Lord, just keep them in the right direction. Lord, we ask you to be with the food, let it nourish our bodies, and be with our families, and keep them safe and from harm's way. And if there's any conflict, Lord, in any of us or any of our hearts, Lord, just deal with that and keep it at bay, Lord. Just thank you for all that you've done for us, all that you continue to do, and we ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen. If you would stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Sheriff. Yes. Sheriff, on behalf of the Board of Directors, we wanted to present you with a coin. Thank you for your great service to this community and the Chamber. Thank you. The Dahlonega Lumpkin County Chamber of Commerce mission is to increase prosperity, advocate for all businesses, and develop leaders to promote the welfare of our community. We are live streaming this with our media partner, Fetcher News. It'll be on their website, and it'll be available on the Chamber's YouTube channel. Our programs and events aren't possible without the support of our sponsors, partners, and volunteers. We strive to grow the economy through our partnerships with the Development Authority of Lumpkin County and the Dahlonega Downtown Development Authority and Main Street Program, now known as Downtown Dahlonega. Our presenting sponsor is Northeast Georgia Health Systems. Sonia, if you would come up here, I think you guys have a teeny tiny little economic development project going on you might update us about.
Thank you so much, Rob. My name is Sonia McLendon. I have the honor and privilege of serving as the Chief of Operational Excellence and the interim president of your hospital right here in Lumpkin County. The mission of Northeast Georgia Health System is to improve the health of our community in all that we do. And we do consider it an honor to care for you and your families and your neighbors and friends every day. But caring for your health is more than just caring for your traditional health needs. It's also about caring for the health of our community in the economic sense. And I just wanted to share a little bit of information that is hot off my Xerox machine this morning that I thought might be of interest to you. Some of you might know that we are building a hospital just down the road. I talk about it incessantly. But we are very excited about it. But one of the things that we're doing and that we're committed to is offering contracts to our local contractors. We want to keep the money local as much as possible. So I was asking, how are we doing with that? So I got this map. Some of you guys can see it closely. But of the $42 million that we have spent so far, 49% of that has stayed right here in the counties closest to us. So they have that 49%, that is almost $21 million, has stayed in Lumpkin, Dawson, White, and Hall counties. And I'm really excited about that. If you go out just a little bit further, additional 21%, so 70% of the money has stayed in Northeast Georgia. And then if you go to Metro Atlanta, that's the rest. So 97% of that $42 million has stayed right here. Only 3% is outside of Metro Atlanta and Northeast Georgia, and only 1% is outside the state of Georgia. So we're very committed to the economic development here, and we're very grateful that we're able to keep that right here at home. So thank you for your support. We enjoy taking care of you, and we consider you our neighbors and friends.
Our gold sponsor is Truist Bank. Chuck, would you like to tell us a little bit about Truist?
I don't know if I can follow Sonia after that. I don't have the numbers for the money, but I want you to know that we appreciate everything that y'all do in the community for Northeast Georgia and all the other sponsors. I also want to take a second as the outgoing chairman of the Development Authority. Carrie, Rebecca, I know Henry's here. Anybody on the Development Authority, if you would stand up. Yes, Rebecca, you have to stand up. They do a great job. Donna's back there. Donna is on our board and has done a tremendous job, and she's going to be one of our 23 officers, and so is Henry. So I want to publicly recognize them because they do a lot of hard work, and they need to be recognized. Truist really cares about this community. They allow me to really support all types of activities, from the high school to the county to the Development Authority. You know how I feel about Lumpkin County and Dahlonega personally, and it's an honor to help you in any way I can. So thank you very much.
Our silver sponsors are Lanier Restaurant Management and Atlanta Gaslight. Laura, would you like to come up and tell us a little bit about 19 Degrees North, the Grapevines, and Pueblos? I thought I saw it. You're hiding back there. There you are.
Thank you, Rob. First of all, thank you for allowing us to be a part of the community. And definitely thank you for your support. We would not be able to be here 20 plus years serving Lumpkin County. We try to do the best that we can with our growth. We support our local community because we are nothing without the community. So again, thank you for having us. Thank you for letting us support the event. And thank you for always reaching out. We're here for Lumpkin. Thank you.
Jody, would you like to come up and tell us a little bit about Atlanta Gaslight?
Thanks, Rob. Just want to say thanks for having us, and we're happy to sponsor this economic development luncheon. And we are in the process, we completed our gas line that's going to feed the hospital, so we have infrastructure for the hospital. But we just started another new project that's going to put a 29-mile pipeline from Forsyth County up through Dawson, Lumpkin, and over into Hall County that'll be able to help out more folks and maybe more commercial and things like that, so that we can get gas to you on the cold days of the year like we're having this week. So, turn the heat up. If you don't have natural gas and you think you're near our system, I can give you a phone number to call, because we would love to get you off propane and onto natural gas. It'll be cheaper and you don't have to refill that tank. So.
Our bronze sponsors are UNG, Satellite, Refrigerware, and the Development Authority of Lumpkin County. And I forgot to coordinate with somebody from UNG to come up here and talk. I know Dr. Keneally, you're here. Wendy. I can just say UNG is wonderful. The chamber is fortunate. Our chair, many of the chairs of our programs help us out.
On behalf of President Jacob and the entire leadership team at the University of North Georgia, we are honored to be partners with the Dahlonega-Lumpkin County Chamber of Commerce. Obviously, Dr. Mark Spraker has served distinctively with the Chamber Board, and it's something that it's a unique partnership, and we are very proud to be part of this county. And as I always said, Dahlonega is not Dahlonega without UNG, and UNG cannot be UNG without Dahlonega. So thank you very much.
Refrigerware, I don't think Dean was able to join us today, but thanks to them, they're a great supporter of the chamber. And Satellite, Henry, stay seated. We're going to have Nate come up. He's running the show out there now. I didn't want you to...
You sure? So talking about being put on the spot, I thought I was here just for the food. But I appreciate, we've had over almost 50 years of partnership here in Dahlonega, and we just really appreciate the opportunity to sponsor, to be a part of the sponsor of this event. So thank you.
And one final shout out, thanks to Matt Harper and his team with North Georgia Barbecue. We had coordinated smoked turkey, and all of a sudden there was a turkey shortage. I don't know why. But Matt called in some markers, broke some kneecaps, called me yesterday. He's like, I got some birds coming. So thank goodness we got smoked turkey today. So we appreciate you being here. I'm now going to turn the program over to Rebecca Mincy, the Executive Director of the Development Authority of Lumpkin County, and later you'll hear from Ariel Alexander, the Downtown Manager.
Thank you, Rob. As you mentioned, I'm Rebecca Mincy, Executive Director with the Development Authority of Lumpkin County. Chuck already introduced our board members present, but I would like to say thank you to the Lumpkin County Board of Commissioners. I think I saw Chairman Dockery, Commissioner Stringer, and Commissioner Mayfield here this afternoon. They have a lot of great support for the Development Authority, and we just wanted to publicly thank them for that. Also in attendance, Carrie Carson. She is the authority's marketing and communications manager. If you're on social media, be sure that you follow us at Pick Lumpkin GA. She puts out a lot of great content regarding our projects, our programs, and any activities that we might be hosting. So at Pick Lumpkin GA, you can just find us on social media. Let me orient myself to what I'm doing. Here we go. All right, so just a quick few slides to update you on some quick facts and some trends that we're seeing here in Lumpkin County. The unemployment rate in 2021, it averaged out to be 2.4%. Thus far this year, the unemployment rate through September is at 1.8 or 1.78%, and that's around 360 people in the labor force of Lumpkin County that are still looking for a job. So a very tight unemployment area here, and very similar to what we're experiencing through the state and also the nation. The median household income $57,000. Our average home value, you can see it's increased over the last 20 years. It's currently around $390,000, which is right below the state of Georgia, so aligning also with the state there. Our population is around 34,000 in the county. This, we're estimated to grow in our population by around 22% over the next 10 years. The past 10 years, our population actually grew by 15%, so that could turn out to be true. Our average weekly wage, you can see there between 2019 and 2021, has increased by 21%, and this is for all industries and all jobs in Lumpkin County. So government remains our top employer in Lumpkin County. 30% of all jobs in Lumpkin County are local, state, federal government agencies, and you can see with an average wage of around $1,000. That's followed by accommodations and food service, healthcare and social assistance, retail trade, and then manufacturing. I'd like to note that our manufacturing establishments, the number of manufacturers in Lumpkin County has grown by 13% between 2018 and 2021. And that is very important because actually for these top 5 industries of employers in Lumpkin County, the manufacturing industry is the highest average weekly wage of around $1,500. Also, historically, healthcare and social assistance and retail trade were flipped. So, thanks to the Northeast Georgia Health System and other healthcare and social assistance entities that have come to Lumpkin County, we've seen a growth in the jobs available within that industry by 59% between 2018 and 2021. Not only is that important from a job standpoint, but also you can see that the average weekly wage for those within healthcare and social assistance versus retail is 32% higher. So this is a snapshot of our top employers in Lumpkin County. Those have really stayed very steady. We've had some shifts on the right side just a little bit, but overall those have been around the same. Our total jobs in the community have grown between 2019 and 2021 by 5.5%. And the business licenses issued, these are issued at the county level. Obviously the city, if you're within the city, you would have your business license through the city of Dahlonega. But at the county level, our business licenses have trended around that 900 mark. So the Development Authority, our mission is to enrich local employment, the county tax base, and business opportunity while honoring the history, natural beauty, and character of Lumpkin County. We have 3 primary priorities of work: workforce development, special projects, business recruitment, retention, and expansion. I'm going to provide some quick highlights on those 3 priorities, but I do encourage you. We have a year in review document that was at the check-in station, and I encourage you to take one of those for more details. So within our workforce development, our primary goal with workforce development is to connect our employers with resources from our workforce partners, our local school system, University of North Georgia, Lanier Tech, WorkSource Georgia Mountains, and Department of Labor. We actually serve on the Lumpkin County High School, College, and Career Academy Board of Directors. We help with, in partnership with the Chamber, the University, and the high school, help facilitate the Lumpkin Youth Leadership Program. And we recently hosted Manufacturing Day, where we attended, took a tour with these students to Hog Halter, Structure Outdoor, and Wahoo Docks. We help to raise the money to bring the Be Pro, Be Proud bus, I guess you could call it, tractor trailer, to Lumpkin County High School. And this tractor trailer is basically tricked out with lots of different simulations for students to go through and learn about different jobs, in particular things with more within the trades. So you can see bottom right, that's one of the simulations related to truck driving. So that was in partnership with the high school. In coordination with that, we had what we kind of called a mini job fair. We had about 30 employers come out and talk directly with students about the opportunities that may exist here in Lumpkin County. So overall, working with the high school, UNG and Lanier Tech, we really try to push employers to understand opportunities through work-based learning, internships, and apprenticeships so they can begin to grow a workforce pipeline for themselves. Within our special projects, we have 2 primary special projects we're currently working on. The Board of Commissioners adopted the Yahula Creek Reservoir Master Plan in January of 2021, and we have been working with Yahula Outdoors to create a realignment section on the trail. If you're a trail walker, you might have seen the new trail segment signs, and we hope you've been on that trail and really enjoyed it. We have also taken the lead to apply for a recreational trail grant. We're in phase 2 of that application. It's being reviewed by the Federal Highway Administration, and if funded, which we're optimistic that it will be, we will look to bring 2 more miles of pedestrian trail to the reservoir, some new signage, and some wayfinding throughout the trail. The second special project that we're working on is our broadband infrastructure project, and this is a $20.5 million infrastructure project with our provider partner Windstream. Windstream has provided $13.5 million towards this project, and through state and federal funding, we were awarded $6.7 million. So that project is in our final stages of environmental review. It will then go into design and engineering, then our permitting, and then construction. The project will result in around 7,000 residential and business and community institution locations that are most unserved in Lumpkin County having fiber to their premises. So we're very excited about that. And more to come. Construction is scheduled to begin mid-2023, of which we will have some open houses for citizens to attend to learn more. And within our business recruitment, retention, and expansion, which we call our value program, this is visiting, acknowledging, listening, utilizing, and engaging with our businesses. Pretty much everything from building relationships, showing properties, reaching out to folks, assisting with permitting, to more hands-on facilitations of expansions or relocations. So these are your economic impact numbers from 2019 until last quarter of this year. Projects don't necessarily follow calendar years, so we just kind of keep a running list of those items. So obviously, Sonia mentioned about Northeast Georgia Medical Center down along 400. We're very excited about that. We have some other commercial projects at the 460 intersection that we hope to be able to make announcements about first of 2023. We're working with 2 of our existing businesses on some of their expansion needs. Sunbelt Rentals will be coming down along Burnt Stand Road. We have a multifamily project within early stages of their permitting for Highway 60. And then we're working with 2 property owners, which is a total of about 85 acres of light industrial land to bring additional light industrial facilities to Lumpkin County. So 20 of those acres is currently going through their master planning, where they'll have to start 2 40,000 square feet facilities. They already have tenants, and then we'll have some additional speculative building on that site where we hope to be able to recruit some new businesses to Lumpkin County. Lastly, we take great pride, Carrie and I, in getting out in the community. So we do hold 2 community open houses annually. It's not as formal as this. We show up and we hope citizens come and ask us questions, and just an opportunity to engage with folks and learn what their thoughts are and help us to be able to share what we're working on. As I mentioned, we have held our broadband open house event, and we will be doing more of those. You can learn about them through social media at Pick Lumpkin GA. And as that project moves into construction, but we present each year at Lumpkin 101, Lumpkin County, the Lumpkin Leadership Lumpkin County. I always get that squirrely. Anyhow, we do that. We help with youth leadership, Rotary, newcomers, whatever it is. We would just love to be given the opportunity to come out and speak to your group. So please be sure to give us a call, and we will join you there. This is new for this year, but we're actually excited to have an awards portion of today's presentation. We have 6 categories that we will be recognizing local businesses for: emerging business, best community engagement, community beautification, workforce development, economic impact, and milestone businesses. So I'll ask Chairman Jones. Chuck is also the Development Authority Chairman. I'm not sure if everyone knew that, but and then is Mark here? I didn't see him. And then Chairman Spraker with the Lumpkin County Chamber of Commerce. They can help us here. That's wonderful. So our first category, emerging business. An emerging business award is for a business that has been in business no more than 3 years and has made outstanding contributions to the local community. So established in 2002, moving to Georgia in 2017, and locating in Lumpkin County in 2021, this business launched out of a desire to propel people and businesses forward through fine craftsmanship and exceptional service. They provide customized fabrication of solid surface materials and other services for clients like McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, Bojangles, Panera Bread, and many more. In the future, they plan to expand and offer customized sound acoustic panels for other commercial industries in addition to existing food and beverage partners. This is a family-owned and operated company, and they take workforce development very seriously and are mentoring the next generation of leaders in their business. Please join me in congratulating Keith Lacey, who's with us today with Catapult Manufacturing as a 2022 emerging business. We didn't work through these details. This is live in action. This company is owned by a lifelong resident of Lumpkin County. After 21 years as a lineman, the leader of the company took the entrepreneurial risk and started his own business in 2022. The business offers grading, excavating, water power line conduit installs, driveway repair. They fix erosion issues, and they'll also deliver and spread, I think that's the key part, spread dirt, mulch, and gravel. They're sponsors of the Lumpkin County High School football team. Go Indians, right? Go Indians. Great season. And as his business grows, they hope to continue to be able to support and give back to the community. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Jonathan and Amber Gerard with Gerard Excavating. The Community Engagement Award is for a business or organization that demonstrates a significant range of engagement activities within a single project or throughout the county as a whole. Through their partnership with the school system, financial support, grant writing, workforce development, and overall support of early childhood education, this business is a staple in our community. They have contributed more than $3,500 per year toward educational programs such as the REACH Scholarship. They also award more than $20,000 a year in childhood tuition relief for families here in Lumpkin County. They have over 40 full-time employees and 15 part-time employees. They contribute more than $5,000 to the athletic department at Lumpkin County High School. They sponsor a number of children at Lumpkin County Park and Rec. They donate annually to many nonprofit organizations and work within our community to volunteer their time when possible. It's our pleasure to recognize Heather and Wes Chambers with Dahlonega Country Day Academy as a 2022 Best Community Engagement. Our nominating committee couldn't pick just one, so we do have 2 community engagement awards this year. So this business saw the opportunity to bring another agritourism destination to Lumpkin County in the form of a honey winery or meadery. They have continued to invest and grow their business, now also including a craft brewery. This business is always looking for ways to expand, hire more people, and assist with the overall agritourism industry in Lumpkin County. Additionally, through the last 5 years, they have donated close to $20,000. I lost my place. to over a dozen local school programs, charities, and civic organizations. They are also involved with several chamber events as well as major sponsors to local festivals that support organizations. I'm pretty sure my intro of honey winery or meadery gave it away, but please join me in congratulating Blair Housley with Etowah Meadery and the Dahlonega Brewery with a Community Engagement Award. The Community Beautification Award is presented to an organization or person that demonstrates excellence in practice to preserve, maintain, or improve the attractiveness of the community. As I mentioned before, the Lumpkin County Board of Commissioners adopted the Yahula Creek Reservoir Master Plan in 2021. This organization quickly jumped into gear as a partner to look at implementing the plan's recommendations related to trail expansion and improvement. To date, they have recruited 35 volunteers, completed a total of 425 service hours over 26 workdays, and built approximately 1,100 feet of new trail. This new section of trail was celebrated and officially opened earlier this summer. Please join me in thanking Yahula Outdoors and Tom Lamb, president of Yahula Outdoors, for their partnership and efforts of community beautification at the Yahula Creek Reservoir. We're gonna keep working, Tom. Don't put your tools away. The Workforce Development Award is presented to a business for outstanding programs and initiatives that address the issue of recruiting and retaining local workforce. This business has been in operation in Lumpkin County for over 40 years, during which they have continued to invest in the community, expand operations, and create additional employment opportunities. They now operate 2 locations in Lumpkin County, which has allowed the expansion into a new industry and added approximately 30 jobs, and they're still looking to hire. Additionally, they've started in partnership with Lumpkin County High School and Lanier Tech, a welding program that's been very successful by graduating these students from the Lanier Tech's welding, it's a certification, and then being able to hire them on full time. They're always very generous with their time to host tours with the high school, Lanier Tech, UNG, Lumpkin Youth Leadership, Leadership Lumpkin County, and many others to bring awareness to employment opportunities in manufacturing in manufacturing in Lumpkin County. So they're very strong partners throughout the community, but in particular within their efforts related to workforce development. Please join me in congratulating Satellite Industries. A whole table of them. The Economic Investment Award is presented to a business or organization that makes a positive impact in the area of jobs and investment. Locating to Lumpkin County from Forsyth County in 2019, this family-operated business specializes in comprehensive glass services for commercial and automotive glass needs. They have completed many projects for clients such as the University of North Georgia, Atlanta Botanical Gardens, and Delta Sky Club. They purchased and rehabilitated a building in the 400 Industrial Park and brought 25 new jobs to Lumpkin County. We look forward to all that will come with this company here in our community, and please join me in welcoming and congratulating Steve Stansfield, President of FB Glazing Systems, with the 2022 Economic Investment Award. Last but certainly not least is our milestone business, which is our Business of the Year Award. This company has been in operation in Lumpkin County since 1972, yes, 50 years, and has been in the family since then, currently making them a third-generational family business. They're one of the region's largest suppliers of metal roofing, pole barns, metal buildings, tiny homes, underdeck system, trim, and doors. They have continued to expand and now manufacture agricultural, residential, and commercial roofing and framing. From the steel framing to the metal roof, they manufacture all materials necessary for the construction of steel structures and have over 30 specialized products. They have 2 locations, one in Ellijay and one here in Lumpkin County, which also includes a showroom open to the public and approximately 50 full-time employees. We are proud to honor the significant accomplishments of 50 years in operation and the capital investment, workforce development, and community engagement made over these years. Please join me in congratulating President and owner Chris Bryan with B&M Metals as the 2022 Milestone Business of the Year. Thank you. That concludes our portion of today's luncheon, as well as our awards presentation. Again, follow us on social media, and our year-end reviews are available for pickup at the front counter. Thank you.
Now we're going to turn it over to our downtown manager, Ariel Alexander.
Good afternoon, everyone. Like Rob said, my name is Ariel Alexander, and I am the downtown manager for the City of Dahlonegah's Downtown Development Authority and Main Street Program, better known as Historic Downtown Dahlonegah. I know I threw a bunch of names at you. I'll explain more about my role and the program as a whole in just a bit. But thank you to Rob and the Chamber of Commerce Board for having me here today. And thank you, Rebecca, for that wonderful presentation of our county growth and success. I think it's really, really important to pay attention to the expansion and development that we are seeing occurring in our area of North Georgia. Lumpkin County and the City of Dahlonegah is a really unique, special place, and we are at a moment in time where I believe more and more people are beginning to realize that. The city and downtown in particular is a priceless piece of our community. It's the heart of what makes us who we are. We have award-winning businesses, a nationally registered historic designation, and thousands of visitors that spend time downtown throughout the year. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to highlight what our staff and board are working on to keep Dahlonegah vibrant and economically successful, and then we are going to also honor some of our incredible businesses that have contributed to the success of our downtown. So, a little bit of background and a crash course kind of on the Dahlonegah Downtown Development Authority and Main Street Program. The Downtown Development Authority was established to conduct business in support of revitalizing and maintaining historic and economic excellence in our city. The benefit of a DDA is its ability to act more freely than a municipality. So our board has the power to purchase and own property, to finance projects, to execute contracts, receive tax monies. This is why the DDA boundary to the left is significantly larger than the central business district. We want the ability to promote different kinds of development in other areas of our city in the future. Flexibility is really, really important when we talk about development and growth. Now, if we scale down to the center of the city, we know that this is where our historic district lies. It is outlined in pink on this map. The historic district is where the Main Street program really thrives. So the DDA has the financial power. The system with which they identify projects and goals is known as the Main Street approach. It's easiest to think of Main Street as the active arm of the DDA, so the mechanism that kind of makes things happen downtown. It encourages communities to take steps to enact long-term change, but it also focuses on implementing short-term, inexpensive, place-based activities that really make your downtown appealing. There are 4 major action groups that we operate out of. First, promotion, so make downtown the center of the community and the hub of economic activity by hosting special events, highlighting traditions, things like that. This is why the DDA Main Street program hosts things like the First Friday concert series, Appalachian Jam, Halloween, things like that. So economic vitality, obviously very important. This is investing in and supporting our small business owners and really promoting them every chance we get. This is a key component in where the powers of the DDA can really be leveraged to boost growth. The next 2 are organization and design. So organization is really important because the foundation of the program is what allows us to work effectively for our downtown. That's why we have board meetings, downtown walkthroughs, annual retreats. Design is obviously important because it ensures that we are always conscious of our unique historical assets, while always making sure to add walkability, visual merchandising, and more fun things like that. So it involves product and placemaking development, which we will see a little later on with some of the special projects that we're working on. So the DDA board is comprised of 7 volunteer directors appointed by our city council. All of our board members are local, most of them actually owning a small business in our downtown area. Even though they are volunteers, they put a lot of time into participating in the program and assisting staff and are really a crucial part of downtown vitality and success. Their time and input is extremely valuable for city staff and for city council. Because organization is so important, each of our monthly board meetings and all of our special projects are opened and governed by our vision and mission statements. They really focus our intentions on building the downtown area as the heart of not only the city and the county, but of the region. Our mission is driven by the aspects that I discussed earlier, strengthening our economic base while honoring historic significance so that we are a great place to live, shop, invest. The beautiful part about the Main Street approach is that it adds a heightened level of intentional community building. So like the average development authority in a city that doesn't use the Main Street approach doesn't usually see the level of vibrancy that the city of Dahlonega does. We really try to embody the message from our mission and vision statements with each project. So each year, our staff sits down with the City Council and our DDA board in a retreat to identify work plans, goals, strategies. We decide on tasks by surveying the community on their needs and opinions. So our 2021 survey was completed by 348 community members. We asked them what was important to them when they visit downtown and what additions they would like to see that would improve the downtown experience. The largest topic of feedback we received was this: hold on to our small town feel, but also actively work to maintain a lively downtown that locals and tourists both want to spend time in. So we're happy with this feedback. That's what Main Street is really all about. So we took those sentiments, compiled their responses into action items that formed our work plan. Now, this work plan is actually a 12 to 24 month plan, so not all of these goals have been fully completed, but I am really proud of the work that the staff and board members have completed so far. So our three main goals to facilitate a historic and lively downtown Dahlonega were repair and preserve downtown buildings, educate on preservation, and retain, expand, and recruit businesses. All of these tasks were started this year, and over half of them have been completed and are being maintained. If you have any specific questions about our work plan, please ask me or one of my board members after the award ceremony, and we'll be happy to talk details. So because of our vibrant community downtown and in the surrounding corridors, the city of Dahlonega boasts a very healthy economic standing for its citizens. The city of Dahlonega is home to a little over 7,500 people, which accounts for just about 20% of the entire county population. But when the University of North Georgia students are on campus and classes in session, we can expect to double that number. The university is our largest public sector employer, located right in the heart of the city limits in our downtown area. Even though our residential population is relatively small, we see about 4,500 people that commute into the city limits every day for work, while about 412 of us live and work in the city limits. That is an impressive workforce for a city with such a small population. Our largest workforces, like I said, are education at 37%, mostly due to the school system and the university. Accommodation and food service come in at 24%, and arts, entertainment, recreation are coming in at 14% of our entire workforce. So outside of the university, retail, accommodation, and food service are huge economic stimulants in Dahlonega. Of course, we have Walmart, several other franchises within the city limits that create so many valuable jobs, but our downtown is a force to be reckoned with as well. There are not many other cities in Georgia with a population as small as ours that support so many diverse restaurants, inns, boutique hotels, salons, spas, art galleries, tasting rooms, and even professional service industries. So we have a wonderful community of residents that support these industries, but we also have a huge, invaluable draw as a tourist destination. The great partnership that we have with the tourism board and staff is extremely valuable in keeping Dahlonega on the map. They do a great job of marketing our city and showcasing all of the really amazing things that are going on. All of these statistics are compiled in a pamphlet that we have at our table and also at the front. So if you would like a copy, I can get that for you after the presentation. Here we go. Our vibrant and thriving businesses are one of the main reasons we see such success. We have over 120 businesses in the downtown area, and then 20 of these are actually brand new businesses that opened this year. And these openings are not because businesses vacated Dahlonega. Of course, we did see a few businesses close their doors in the face of the pandemic, but what we saw even more of was our current businesses adapting and flourishing, and new businesses coming in to occupy space that had been vacant for a few years, such as second-story square footage. What is even more exciting is that we field calls every single day from new business owners looking to set up in our city. This analysis map from the United States Census shows us the concentration of jobs within the city of Dahlonega. Just as the Main Street approach tells us, cities with economically thriving downtowns are usually the most successful, and we can see that ours is right on track with that model. As many of you are aware, I'm sure, maintaining a small business is difficult. It's a feat in and of itself, let alone maintaining one that's in a building that is over 100 years old. To assist our property owners and business owners, the Downtown Development Authority offers a few incentive programs excuse me, to help preserve our historic properties and to keep our storefronts lively and vibrant. From the end of 2019 to about October of this year, the DDA and Main Street program has partnered to invest over $1.3 million in downtown properties through our programs. We have completed 3 facade improvements, acted as a conduit for a grant from the Appalachian Regional Commission through the Georgia Department of Community Affairs for major improvements to the Holly Theater, and worked with the city to rehabilitate the historic Head House property. Commercial property in general is extremely valuable and sought after in the city. We had $9 million worth of commercial property sales occurring in our DDA boundary from 2021 to 2022. So that's not the city limits, that's just our DDA boundary specifically. So as both a city employee and a liaison for the development board, I'm in a unique position where I can help with and see the progress being made by both entities. The City Council and the Downtown Development Authority board have a great working relationship when it comes to bringing product development to our city. In the past couple of years, we have seen the construction of the Wimpy Mill picnic area and kayak launch. We have seen the construction of the All Abilities Playground, and we are excited to say that we now have a downtown and citywide sidewalk master plan, which will bring even more recreation opportunities through grant opportunities that we can pursue. We also have been fortunate enough to receive a grant from the Georgia Mural Trail program for a mural downtown. That project will start very soon, and we're extremely excited. So walkability, recreation, public art, all of these are really important things that make a city feel like a community. And we're dedicated to making sure those improvements keep happening for our residents and for our visitors. In the next year or two, our focus will really be driven towards more of these product development projects. So this is my favorite part. The city hosts an impressive number of visitors in our downtown every year, with the Dahlonega Lumpkin Visitors Bureau Visitor Center clocking more than 300,000 visitors through our doors from the beginning of January 2021 to September of 2022. That doesn't even include our peak seasons of October, November, December of this year, so I'm sure we will see a significantly higher number by the end of this year. So outside of the permanent recreation structures we have seen throughout Dahlonega that I discussed earlier, we saw 131 events occur downtown in Dahlonega in 2022. We have an amazing group of volunteers that put a lot of time and effort into planning and executing festivals that draw hundreds of thousands of people, all who spend money in our shops and restaurants and who give back to civic organizations throughout the city and the county. All of the events that you see occurring downtown are permitted through our office, but we also host several of our own Main Street programs throughout the year to support business downtown. They're all listed here. This is what I was talking about earlier when I said placemaking. Dahlonega is known for its rich Appalachian history, for its 4th of July celebrations, for its traditional and safe trick-or-treating. These programs play a huge role in making sure that we, as a city, are on everyone's mind all year round. So we have a really strong identity, and we are proud that our community works so hard with us to keep it that way. And we can tell that these programs are working because local businesses are reporting to us an uptick in sales during these events. So to allow visitors and residents to keep track of everything that happens downtown, we do maintain a Facebook, Instagram, and also a website page. If you haven't already, I encourage you to follow us because we share a lot of cool things that happen downtown and in the city as a whole. We actually reached over 120,000 new people over the past year. These are people that don't necessarily follow us, but that have come across our posts and either liked them, shared them, commented on them. So with that, I would like to thank the Chamber of Commerce, our wonderful City Council, city staff, tourism staff, downtown merchants, and all of you for being such great stewards of growth and success in our county. We would not see the achievements that we have without all of your support. Partnerships are what make our city come to life, and we certainly have many of those. So now I would like to invite my board chair and vice chair, Amy Threlkill and Joel Cordell, to the front of the room for a really special occasion. We're going to be honoring some city businesses that have gone above and beyond in achieving an excellent presence in our city. So, a few months ago, we asked the community to nominate businesses for 7 different categories of business excellence. The community selected their choices, and we cannot agree more that these 7 businesses are so deserving of recognition. As I read each category and call each business name, I will ask that the owner come up to the front to accept their award, and we'll snap a quick picture. So, the first business that we'd like to recognize is the one selected for the Emerging Business Award. This business has been in operation for less than 3 years, opening in the throes of the coronavirus, but has made outstanding contributions to the downtown area and the community as a whole. The winner of the Emerging Business Award is Crown and Bear. Ms. Fiona, will you join us up front? Thank you. The second award we'd like to deliver is the Workforce Development Award. The community selected this business for its outstanding effort to support and retain its employees, even going as far to make sure that all of the employees have stable housing close to the square. The Workforce Development Award deservingly goes to Shenanigans Irish Pub. Thank you. The third business we would like to recognize is the one selected for Best Community Engagement. This business also opened in the middle of the pandemic, but worked really diligently to create a space for college students and the community, both that offers a range of engagement activities downtown. The Community Engagement Award for 2022 goes to Canopy and the Roots. Thank you. Next, we will have the Milestone Business Award. This business was selected because it has had its doors open in Dahlonega for 40 years, all the while providing consistent service to the community and its countless visitors, becoming a sort of landmark on the Dahlonega Square. The Milestone Business Award goes to the Dahlonega Fudge Factory. The fifth award we would like to deliver today is for Community Beautification. This business was selected because they demonstrated excellence in practices to preserve, maintain, and improve the attractiveness of our community. This business surely went above and beyond the general scope of its expected responsibilities. The Community Beautification Award goes to App Studios. The sixth award category that we accepted nominations for was the Economic Impact Award. The winner of this award has been a staple of the community for generations, making a positive impact on living, working, and playing in Dahlonega. We are so fortunate to be able to award the Economic Impact Award to the historic Holly Theater. Last but certainly not least, we would like to honor the entity that was selected for Business of the Year. This business, like many of the others selected today, opened at a time when small businesses were facing a lot of adversity. But they prevailed in downtown and stood as an example of outstanding growth and achievement. They provided a creative atmosphere and honestly completely revitalized a section of our downtown. The Business of the Year award goes to Jethro's Coffee and Public House. Again, I'd like to thank you all for coming and listening to this presentation on economic development. And again, if we have any questions, we have a table over to the side, and either myself or my coworker, Skylar Alexander, will be happy to help you. Thank you.
Before we close, we'd like to have Rebecca Mincy, Carrie Carson, Ariel Alexander, I waited to see you walk back over there. Skylar Alexander and Mary Sukas to come up here, and our chairman is going to present them a chamber coin on behalf of the board of directors. You can sit down, yeah. Well, thank you to our great partners and great presenters today. Thanks to our sponsors, presenting sponsor Northeast Georgia Health Systems, our gold sponsor Truist Bank, our silver sponsors Lanier Restaurant Management and Atlanta Gaslight, bronze sponsors UNG, Satellite Refrigerware. Thank you all for attending. Have a great day.